When you grow up believing that friendship is forever, you never see betrayal coming, not until it's too late to stop it. Her name was Tessa, and for almost 20 years, she was my other half. We met during our first week of college, two girls from nowhere sitting in the back of an overcrowded lecture hall, rolling our eyes at the same professor. From that day on, we were inseparable. Tessa was everything I wasn't. Loud, magnetic, always the center of gravity in every room. I was quieter, observant, more strategic than spontaneous. She used to joke that I was the brains and she was the spark. And for years, that balance worked. Until one day, it didn't. After college, life split us in different directions. She married early, a handsome entrepreneur named Daniel who had a smile that belonged in magazines. I chose to build my career, starting small in a marketing firm, working long nights and unpaid weekends until I could open my own agency. We kept in touch, of course, brunches, birthdays, occasional calls where she'd tell me about her luxury vacations while I ate takeout in front of my laptop. Still, I loved her. Or maybe I loved who she used to be. Years passed. Then one day, she called me out of nowhere, cheerful, breathless, like we were still 21. "I saw your article in Forbes," she said. "I'm so proud of you." It was strange, the sudden warmth, the timing. But I let her back in. I always do that. I let people back in when I should leave the door locked. We started meeting again. At first it was harmless, lunches, gossip, memories. But soon she began asking questions. Too many questions. How do you find clients? What's your process? Do you manage everything alone? I thought it was curiosity. I didn't realize she was taking notes, mental and literal ones. Then things started shifting. A client cancelled suddenly, no reason given. Another said they'd signed with someone else, using my exact pitch. When I finally saw the campaign, my blood went cold. It was mine. Every word, every image, every detail, stolen, the company behind it, her husband's. I confronted her immediately. She laughed, soft and careless, swirling her wine glass like this was a game. "Oh, come on," she said. "Don't be so dramatic. We're in the same industry. Ideas overlap." Her tone, amused, superior, made my skin crawl. That's when I knew. She wasn't sorry. She was proud. That night, I couldn't sleep. I sat in the dark, staring at my reflection, realizing something cruel. Tessa didn't want to be my friend anymore. She wanted to be me. But I didn't scream. I didn't post angry rants online. I planned. I started showing her what she wanted to see. Vulnerability. I let her think she'd won, that she'd broken me. I started inviting her deeper into my world, feeding her bits of fake information, projects that didn't exist, new investors that weren't real. I wanted to see how far her greed would take her. It didn't take long. She began talking to those investors, pretending to represent me. She bragged at events about our upcoming collaboration. I smiled through all of it, because every word she said was being recorded. I had hired a private investigator, not to follow her, but to document her lies. Within weeks, I had emails, calls, screenshots, even photos, enough to destroy her reputation 100 times over. But I didn't send them anywhere, not yet. Timing is everything, and revenge, when done properly, is art. When she launched her new company, a shiny PR agency called Radiant Collective, she invited me to the launch party. I went. I wore black, of course. She wore red, always the showpiece. We hugged for the cameras, smiling like old friends, while she whispered, "Don't worry, I'll hire you when I'm too busy to manage it all." It took everything in me not to laugh, because while she was celebrating, the paperwork I'd prepared was already in motion. I had trademarked the company name weeks earlier, under my own firm. I had registered every domain close to it, every possible variation, all legally mine. Her launch was a brand that didn't even belong to her. 2 days later, her husband's board received an anonymous email with attachments, emails, proof, screenshots of her leaking client data, signing documents under false pretenses. By the end of the week, she'd been locked out of her company accounts. By Monday, Radiant Collective was suspended. She came to my office, eyes red, voice trembling. "You can't do this to me," she whispered. I looked at her, really looked. Her foundation cracked, mascara bleeding, the charm gone. "I didn't do anything," I said softly. "You did." Her husband left her 3 weeks later. Her friends followed soon after. Her online followers, gone. Her name became a warning whispered in networking events. Don't trust her. She ruins everything she touches. And me? I didn't post about it, didn't brag, didn't even block her. I just went on with my life. A month later, I got a message from her. No greeting, just a sentence. "You destroyed me." I stared at it for a long time. Then I typed back, "No, I just reminded you who you are." She never replied. Sometimes I drive past the cafe we used to go to in college, the one with the burnt coffee and chipped tables. There's a girl sitting there sometimes, alone, scrolling her phone, looking like the world betrayed her. And I wonder if she ever learned the difference between friendship and ownership. Maybe she did, maybe not. But I learned something too. You can forgive someone in public and still bury them in silence.